Alright guys, welcome back to another video. One of my viewers have asked me on the live to show them my settings, so here's a full video on my settings for the viewer and for everybody else that wants to see it. So I'm just gonna tell you first off, if you don't play on PlayStation, um then you can't really use the PlayStation controls I have in here. However, you can use everything else in here. It's just the like the edit buttons or the kill buttons what you can't use. But all these other settings right here are the only ones you can use. These ones, if you're not a PlayStation, can't use these. So let's just straight up start with the video brightness. Alright, when you're looking at your brightness, you always want to put your brightness around 60 to 75. Because here's the thing. You don't want your Fortnite super bright like you're literally going to the sun. But you also don't want your Fortnite super dark, like you're going to space. So between 60 to 75 is the optimal brightness. Next up we have use interface contrast. Honestly, just keep it at 1. Colorblind mode. Now, this depends if you're colorblind or not. But if you're not colorblind, then just use this option. I mean, that that's really all you can use. Colorblind strength. You want to keep it between, it goes up to, look, it goes up between 10 and 1. Alright, so just make sure that it's between, that is F5, because you always want the middle, that's the best option. Motion blur, never have motion blur on. I swear, that is the worst setting I've ever seen. Then we have show FPS. You want this because this will help you so much. And it will help you when you're just trying to figure out like how good your quality is. On, off. I mean, on the game settings now. We're on to the game settings. Matchmaking region. Never put your actual matchmaking region on. Always put it at auto. Because here's the thing. You can join someone's party and you could be on, let's say, I'm on NA East. But they could be on all of a sudden Europe. Well, the thing is that if I join, I'm going to be super laggy. But if I play on auto, I have less of a chance of being laggy unless my internet's not working. That's the only way I can be laggy. Because if you're matchmaking regions at auto and you're laggy, that's just because of your Wi-Fi. Because auto makes it so you connect with the party leader's server. Next off, whatever language you speak, we don't care about this one, alright? You can put it on whatever language you want. I use English, that's what you're listening to this video in. Toggle sprint, please put this on. This is good. Auto open doors, this is important when you're trying to run away from enemies. Because then you open a door about half a second faster. And it helps so much. Hold jump for mantle is a great option. Because you don't want to hold forward and then mantle, that would be much more of a disaster. Instead if you have to kind of hold your jump and then mantle. Because then if you're jumping forward, like through things, you might accidentally mantle. Hold the swap pickup. Do not have that on. Because here's the thing, you're just gonna randomly keep swapping weapons if you do that. Like, you don't want that to happen, right? Toggle targeting. Please put this on. It's good. Mark danger when targeting. So, what this basically means is, if you have an AR, like a scoped AR, and you're aiming in, you can automatically click the button that you use to mark your enemies, and what will happen is that it will automatically mark that spot so you know where you're shooting and you can tell your teammates while you're aiming in, and it's just an important tool. Auto pick up weapons. This is important when you're trying to run away and pick up weapons. It might sound like a disaster, but it's actually not really much of a disaster. Preferred item slots. This is the optimal, best slot you can ever have. In slot 1 we have AR. Slot 2 we have shotgun. Slot 3 actually is SMG, apparently that's safe. Oh no. Slot 4 normally needs to be shield or like a pistol or sniper. So in this case, I would probably put on a sniper because consumable items would work in slot 5. Then from now on, you want to go auto sort consumables to the right. We kind of already did that. Reset building choice. Disable per edit option. You want this one on. Turbo building on. Confirm edit on release. So now you can just honestly so if you're like clicking on a button and you let go of it, it automatically releases it. But it's up to you on the setting. Some people like it off and some people like it on. I would leave it on. Because that's important for when you try to box people. Turn this off. It invert tips. Invert view. No, no, no. Actually on. Yes, turbo, you want to delete in creative mode. Tap to search. Interact, yep. Report performance stats. You do not want that. That is complete disaster because you would have to be a practical nerd and then you just look like you are very much hacking. It is not worth it, trust me. Low input lateness mode. Show spectator count, recital, player's health, resources, minimap, quick bar, target info, pickup loop stream, map and back keys, elimination fee, net bug status. All of those need to be turned on. Every single one of these need to be turned on. Because trust me, they are so important in Fortnite. Touch and aim motion. Please turn off gyro aiming. I swear. One time I tried gyro aiming and one of my buttons would not work very well. Like I was trying to click my triangle and my square button and they were just not cooperating. It felt like they were just frozen. Please do not turn this on. It sounds good, but it's not good. Sensitivity normally needs to be between 27 and 28. So I like to use 27.7. And for my y-axis, I like to bring it down a little lower to between about 19 and 20. I would use 19.5. Targeting sensitivity all the way up. Scope sensitivity all the way up. Lock input method as mouse off. But that's kind of like, these are mostly keyboard settings, so. The only one, if you're on console, that you have to really worry about are these four. Other than that, the rest of these are not to be dealing with. If you're on keyboard, leave this. I don't know which ones are important if you're on keyboard. I'm so sorry. I don't play on keyboard. Controller auto run. You want this on, it helps. Build immediately, build it pro. And that is important. When you're trying to box yourself up, building immediately helps you by a second. Or half a second. And trust me, it doesn't sound like a lot. But that 1 second, that half a second, that quarter second, that millisecond could save you. It could save your whole life. It could save you from winning. Edit hold time, put it all the way down. And slide hold time, put that thing all the way down. Reset camera access on yaw. Reset camera time all the way down. Vibration is off. Look sensitivity. Actually, I need to fix that real quick. Look sensitivity needs to be at about 7. And same with this one. Left stick death zone, right stick death zone. So keep these at about the same because that's kind of those sticks down there and they're important when they're the same. So keep that one at 8 and keep this one at 8. Control enable adaptive trigger on, use effect for press on, 8 0 accelerate with stomach 6 on. Steer tank with camera, gamepad, yes, that is important. And then audio. Honestly, for these audios, who cares, okay? I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Of course, I hear your mic. And the subtitles, which you can often put on if you want or not. So, Yes, it's up to you if you want it on or not. Decide your size, decide your everything. Voice chat on everyone, so that means that if it's on friends with a teammate, and I'm not friends with the guy, but I want to still talk to him, then I can't talk with him unless he's my friend, meaning that I will block out all the audio from him. Open mic on all the time, because if you have to push to talk, that's a disaster. Because if you're not on mobile, I don't know how you're going to push to talk. Preferred channel on party, voice chat notifications on. These are all keyboard settings, we're not going to use that. And now we're going to get over to the times you probably have been most excited for. Here we go on my controller settings. We're going to start up by using L2 as an aim button, L1 as a previous weapon, R2 as an attack button, and R1 as a weapon button. So basically these four buttons up there that I just named are basically buttons to, it's basically related with weapons and killing. That's what we want. Then, this one right here is going to be place marker. Inventory will be the side one. The other one will be, actually, that one hasn't been selected. But this one should probably be map. And actually, my bad, this one should actually be map. I'm sorry. Hold on. This one should normally be something different. So, I just realized that this one should probably be squad common. Because you still want to have squad common. This one should be emotes. This should be game menu. This right here should be my map instead. You always want to make this button your map. It's so much easier. Let's see. Where's the map button? Okay, make this button your map button. Make triangle your pickaxe button. Edit. This is just... Honestly, you have options here. Sometimes I like to switch. If I'm having an edit battle, I like to use square. Honestly, sometimes I also like to use left stick. I don't care, but normally I go with the edit where reload and interact, because it's so much easier. And for this case, we're actually gonna reload and interact, so it makes it just much easier. This is... So these options are kind of up to you, like, really whatever you want to do. So, normally, you could do this. This should be actually your sprint button. I've been messing with my settings recently to do this. And this should be your edit button. So, you have left stick as an edit button, or you also have square as an edit button. But I would not use left stick as a reload button. Which is why I am telling you to keep it like this. And do not put on old school or any of that. R will always be your jump button. It is your best friend. Here's how you place down buildings. It's pretty simple. Not much really changes here. It's about the same. This, not really the same. We can toggle pickaxe here. All about the same thing. Utility ability, secondary ability, attack confirm. So that's like, okay, by ability, like let's say I open up my page of emotes, and I have 3 pages of emotes. Well, with this button, I can switch between pages of emotes. At the death zone, keep them like this. And they have to be the same. They're practically 8%, that's how they're at. So, there you go. Right here's your Epic ID if you want to log out, if you want to return any recent purchases, which is a way that you can refund items. As you see here, instead of I have to wait until May 7th. Because see, that's when I refunded this item. And they refresh when you get 1 ticket every year. Because at the beginning you get 3 when you make your account, so 1 ticket. So, let's say I had a ticket right now and I wanted to refund the Joy skin, I could. And then I would get back all the V-Bucks that I paid for it. Then player surveys, on because you want to help the Fortnite community out and help Fortnite make the right changes. Mature language, up to you. Honestly, up to you. Friend invite permission, who knows? Do you want people to invite you, or do you not want to be pissed off like my friends who keep inviting me, like literally right there? Which I'm actually going to turn off for the rest of the video. Actually, it's fine, we're on the last page. But I swear if this person invites me one more time. Hide your social account name, text chat on, because if someone doesn't have a mic, you want to be able to communicate through them with text chat. So, show social notifications on. You want to be able to receive gifts, because if anyone's going to gift you, you want that on. I'm literally turning this invite on. Auto import friends, yes. Allow cross-platform play. That means that, let's say I have a Switch or keyboard, but I originally made my account on PlayStation. If I have this on, this means that I could play my account on PC, Switch, Xbox, any console. That is Fortnite. But if I have it off, I can only play it on PlayStation. Public game status, you want on. Hide your display name during. This is up to you. Do you want to be in analysis mode? Do you want to know who? Do you want people to know who you are or not? Show season level and feed. Important if you're trying to flex. That's up to you. So basically, these three here are up to you. However, hit-and matchmaking delay, the last setting, put it on 0. Because then if someone's running up and one person's on hit and match delay, that means that y'all can't ready up and wait for the game till that person's delay ends. Thank you for watching this video. I hope these settings helped you. If they did or did not. And you can copy these settings down. They are helpful for any platform unless you're trying to, unless actually playing the game. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next live stream or video. Bye.